Well, hello people, and welcome to a brand new Anno 117 Pax from Mana series on the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. The latest installment in the Anno series has finally released with its Roman theme. I didn't get too much time with 1800, I was kind of late to the party, so super excited to be playing a brand new Anno game right from the start. And I really enjoy these games. I'm much more of a aesthetic city builder, but you have to be on top of your production chains here, and it's an awful lot of fun. So we'll start a new game. I'm going to go for Endless. It's kind of the sandbox mode. There is also a campaign. But I think Endless is really where Anno shines. Picking our avatar, we can have, I think it might go for like classic old snooty Roman with the name Bigus Egus, of course. I'm not too experienced with Anno, so I'm going to stay away from veteran. I'll be playing on advanced for this series. I also have tutorials set to new features only, so we can see what's been added. Our AI components, we have Tarragon, Man of the Herb, Athair Lorgwyn, who is quite a Norse vibe, and then Zara Nitu, who is perhaps a touch Persian. So we'll continue with those and select our province. I'm going to play on Latium, kind of I guess the Roman-esque start. May do another run on Albion at some point if people enjoy Anno on the channel. But I'll do Latium for this build, for which we can set sail.
The senatorial province of Latium was once Empire's beating heart. A beacon of power, decadence, the arrogance of man. Then fiery Augustus gave voice to the gods' anger, obliterating our mortal follies. In among the ash lay a chance for humility, for change. Yet, we mortals are fickle. Hubris rises in us again, and in a new dawn's light, the question remains. Can we build a better world? Or are our past sins destined to repeat?
That was a very Roman accent, wasn't it? Very thick. But wonderful. Welcome everyone to our first expedition on Anno 1800. No, 1800. 17. Is it 117? 117? 11.7? I don't know. Either way, let's analyse our map here. So, we've got some riverbanks over here for the river slots. We'll definitely need those. And then I think the aqueducts here, or the mountain slots, are spots for the aqueducts, which I think is going to be quite a key feature of a Roman-style build, isn't it? So I'd like to be possibly near to them, I think. But let's start out here with our first roads. We'll also get our ship moving as well. You go start exploring the four corners of the world. We will bring our first roads to fruition. Going straight along the coast, and then I'm going to take a couplet system, of course, what else? Straight up the middle, just a single tile either side of the central port. So I'd like to avoid placing a warehouse as soon as possible, because these things cost money, and our trade post will function as that as well. So we'll get started with our production chains. We'll have our first woodcutters camp here. Try and get it to 100%. That looks pretty happy there, doesn't it? We'll probably cross over there as well at some point, I imagine. We'll do that now. And then a sawmill, these guys are just 1-to-1 ratio. So at 30 to 30. And then the sawmill, that's not going to impact any forestry. So we'll have that there. And then in terms of where we're going to put our first people, we'll definitely have a river crossing here. It's one of our AI friends. See if we can do a contract for her in today's episode. We want to build a bridge now. It's quite expensive to get us all the way up there, isn't it? We won't build there initially, but we will when we be building around here. Let's bring all this up. Now, we can build diagonally for the first time in the Anno series, so I'd like to take advantage of some angles. I'm going to bring my little couplet system out here to run up something like that.
I did not think you would find me in among the weeds of my garden.
With the same here.
Ithacus Tarragonus Taurus, at your service.
Something like that, I think. And we'll draw that across. And then that can go down toward that road. Making everyone very happy indeed. Super, so let's get our first residents in. Our Libertus are our bottom class residents. And I want to go for blocks of 4, I think. Also drawing the road around it. Wonderful feature of Anno to just map the road immediately around your block. Very, very nice indeed. Absolutely love that feature. Can't describe it enough, really. New options are available now they live here. We can play with fish and porridge. Not together, that would be horrendous. A family pig can get the bonny sardine can still be fed and kept in health. And porridge is a staple, easy to produce for the masses. No one loves the taste though. You need to add honey and cinnamon, that's the secret with porridge. We'll add our first fishing huts here. These will tick every minute. I'll probably do 2. I'll eventually draw the piers out here as well. That's one of my favourite things in 1800 was like designing the seafronts. It's a super cool mechanic. Also, so we've met a few neighbours over here.
Peace and protection.
No contracts for us yet. And then this other one was over here, wasn't she?
So many people. And they all have that inner voice.
You can explore
all pursuing their own lives.
the next corner.
It's so chaotic.
I'm sure he actually goes there. There you go. Right, super. Let's come back to our buildings here. So we have a ratio of another 1:1. So we want 1 oat farm, which will sit this side, I think, so we don't disturb too much of the forestry production there with the fields. We'll place that down, and this can go max size 80 there is fine. And we can upgrade that now. And I also want the porridge stand, which we'll just put right next door. Of course, all of this is in range of our trade post. Libertas has approached us. Passagier straining under a heavy load of timber. He carries hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manly mission of freedom from slavery. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you as his governor. How do you respond to him? By seizing his goods, buying his supply. I'm just going to wish him well. I don't want any debuffs here at the minute. But, there we go. He's going to actually offer us 10 as a tribute for letting him go. And we'll also extend 2 polite greetings to our neighbours as well. Here's one of the AIs. What do you want? No contracts for us. Might be able to see what she offers via trade. Bird tongues in aspic. What on earth is that? That sounds horrific. Is that what the Romans used to eat? Goodness gracious. She does, however, offer timber, which is quite of interest to me. So we might end up setting up some trade with her. Because I don't mind buying timber because it's such a bottleneck, I think, for the early game. At least in my experience, I could be just quite easily doing something wrong there, so don't worry too much about that. Now the boat. Go to the next corner of the world. And we should be making some nice progress here now as well. We can upgrade this one. Cool. That should make them all tremendously happy indeed. And while we've got this early wood surplus, I'm going to go ahead and get in some more population as well. Well then again, actually, we shouldn't be too far from unlocking their next requirement here. Just want a few more homes. We'll do them this side.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Do another block of it as well. There we go. Probably position our markets and tavern pretty centrally here. Fantastic.
Our scouts have sighted
market, of course, is going to give us income and population, whilst the tavern will give us happiness and population as well. Fantastic. We'll place this down here. Quite an initial cost, but important. So we can reach every house there, can't we? Yeah, everyone's ticked. And then our tavern. Let's see if we can have another road here. hold the tavern. There will be a few that get missed out from that. But that's fine. We'll pick them up with another tavern that maybe sits over here at some point to capture these once the residential expands down to the seafront. But we'll go for maximum placement here.
New land.
Yeah, that's this one on the left is the better placement, isn't it? We'll go with that then. That also gives us some new options for their clothing, tunics, and pileus also unlock as well. We can address them. We'll get our very basic plebs all their needs. In terms of what we need for this, a bit more wood. Leave our game on 3 speed. And we're yet to run into raiders. I'm a little wary of them encountering them in the corner. Is this them? Cute island, isn't it?
Restless raiders roam these seas. If anyone here is friendly,
Yeah, there we go.
certainly
Well, this is the
welcome.
raider lands. I think, is it? Yeah, big nasty red people. Cool. Move on from those guys then. At least we know where they are now. Actually quite close to us. There he is.
Keep your nose out of Syra, Governor, and we'll have ourselves a pleasant arrangement.
Raiders are hostile parties that can be appeased with bribes and favours. They also make useful friends. Open the diplomacy menu to learn more about the raiders, ceasefires, and treaties.
Counting yourself among the winners.
If we can befriend them and turn them against the others, maybe we can explore that pathway.
A ship is under attack.
Our ship's under attack. Okay. Yeah, there we go. He's good. Yeah, let's trust these next production chains here. A little bit more wood come in now.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Hemp farm is a 1-to-1 production rate, so we'll have our farm here and draw out our field from the bottom tile. 60 by 60. And then a spinner can sit here to spin those clothes. Next is the Phileas, which I guess is a little hat, is it? Looks like that. A comfortable, humble hat in the Hellenic style for the smiling sun and bucolic bliss. Okay. So this is a 1-to-2 ratio, isn't it? So 1 sheep farm will supply 2 of our Phileas. We'll place it here again as well. We'll have that there. And then we'll have 2 of these guys. I wouldn't mind saving that spot for another porridge stand, I suppose, but I guess it'll be less asset repetition, won't it? And then we'll have that one there as well. Draw a road across and just fill that space in. Cool, so they'll upgrade when they come in, and that'll give us a bunch of happy plebs. Let's go with some more land out here, did you? What do we have over here? Resin, olives, sturgeon, and iron. I have had this, I don't know if it's a bug before, sometimes these blueprints won't activate. Or sometimes they do. It can be a little
I am Valeria Turan,
odd.
proprietor
Sometimes.
of its many establishments.
Cool. 3 of 3. Everyone's happy with that. And then we can build these guys now as well. So already seeing this really nice little
Our scouts have
busy
sighted
thriving waterfront develop. Not sure if we could go crops here. Imagine the salt water would probably stop that. I'm not sure. Yes, don't worry. You will get your next tick any minute now. Let's just babysit our production chains here, make sure everyone's happy. Yeah, there we go. There it goes. Yeah, so this production chain's fine now. We've got our sheep merchant. I love the little arrow that shows where they're going to. Just unloads as they need, and then he comes back. And then drops off the Phileas at the warehouse, which should then make our Sims, or our people, happy. Indeed it does. Super. So we can upgrade a few of these now. Do the ones closest to the market.
Our sacred center.
Plebeian has introduced herself as we unlock their production chain for the first time. It should be bread and garum, which will give population and income, alongside income and happiness for garum. Cool. So we also get tile production with these as well, don't we? Which is our next major point of interest, I think. So we can get 1 clay pit to 2 tilers. And also 1 charcoal burner as well. We should have the money for this. Should be okay. So the charcoal is dirty, pollutive industry, so I don't want this anywhere near the buildings that get the red debuff arrow. So I think anything that causes fire, we'll stick it over here. Also at this point we'll need the warehouse as well now. So you want to be near forest, of course. Looks like we can get 100% just there. We'll get the warehouse as well, of course. That can sit nicely on the corner. And then we also want 2 tilers, which will sit, let's say, here.
There is a shortage of workforce.
And of course we want a road connection. Few more upgrades. Balance the workforce out again. There we go. Also earns a bit more money as well. Out the ship. And then sail up here.
Mariners, forward!
And dismiss all these tutorials up this way. Super. So our plebs, we'll wait a little while before we start getting these going, I think. Just so we don't eat too much into this deficit. I wouldn't mind bringing in some more population. Pop our game on 3 speed here. People request a decision. The crowd falls silent as you ascend the rostrum in the public square. You, a living symbol of the eternal city, must now find the words to guide them. Declare the value that will guide your leadership. Faith, pursuit of knowledge. The belief system is quite good in this game because the buffs you get are quite nice. Honest labour. Production buildings on island have a minus 30% upkeep cost. And then we do also get minus fire safety and happiness from that. Honest labour does sound good. Fire safety, we will eventually have fire stations. 30% upkeep cost is so good. It only lasts for 4 hours though. As does the effect. I think I'll go with faith then. Because we'll be choosing our patron god literally right this second. Where we have a few options to choose from. These guys are all locked via discoveries yet, which we don't have. So we can choose from Mars, Neptune or Ceres. Ceres boosts some of the early game stuff like the bread and the porridge. Sardines and garum also get a buff with Neptune.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
And then Mars gives boost to military stuff, which we won't really be going into yet. I think I'm more inclined to go with Ceres right now. Hopefully for a little buff if we can reach the devotion. Yes, we can. So we get a 10% increase in production of all of these resources, which I'm quite happy with. Super. So we can build the governor's villa. We don't want to build it just yet though, because this thing is quite expensive and needs a few workers and tiles to actually build it. But I would like to at least plan it. So let's come into planning mode. And I want it to be centralized with our corporate system, which it looks like I can, which is slightly annoying, but that's fine. I'll deal with it. I'm going to set it back 5 tiles, I think, from the road. Something like that. And then I'd love to decorate this. So let's have a look at our walls and hedges. And we'll grab a Roman gateway, again in planning mode. And then you use your full stop and comma keys to rotate buildings, if you're curious. And we have a dry stone wall here, a hedge. I think I want to go with the Roman wall. Yeah, the hedge doesn't even connect. Yeah, it has to be Roman wall, doesn't it? And then I'll keep 3, what's that, 4 tiles free around the edge of the villa. Yeah, it is. We'll also centralize this next gate. And just stitch all this together. No, that's not right there, is it? I think I went a tile too far. Cool. So we won't pay for any of that yet, but it's a future sketch, basically, a little blueprint sketch of what that will eventually look like. Get a bit more wood in now, so I think I'll get some more houses down. We'll keep them coming this side, I think. We lose out on a bit of coverage from these guys, but it's okay. As I mentioned earlier, there will be more markets in the not too distant future. There we go. Okay, so everyone's ticking along here. We've got no backups in production chain. We can hit Control Q to open up our actual production menus, which everyone's happy with at the minute. Although tunics are showing red, they're possibly on a threshold, are they? Our city status has increased nonetheless, thus unlocking us some more buildings, including the City Watch, for which a fire station would be very welcome in the event we break out into fire, of course. Let's map out some more roads around the edge of the villa. This is going to lead to a bridge of some description, probably looking like that. And then we'll also get these last houses upgraded too. So I'll just let some time pass here. Our basic people are all still happy here, aren't they? Yeah, you've also got everything you need. Wouldn't mind actually upgrading a few more. All these ones along the front will bring up to plebs. And maybe some on the inner streets as well. But new options available in terms of like the military barracks and stuff, but we won't be getting involved in that just yet, I don't think. We could plan it out, wouldn't mind having it perhaps close to the villa. That'd look quite cool. We could turn our attention now to these little production chains. So we'd need 2 wheat farms to feed a grain mill. I wonder if I can get you in here without disturbing the forestry area. Only with slightly uneven fields, which, again, this farming stuff isn't going to be super permanent. And then we'll have our next one here. Try not to encroach too much on the forestry. We'll do the same shape and size again. The grain mill is a riverside building, so I'll have that one up here. And also draw a road. This might affect the charcoal hut here. I can just about get it in there, thankfully.
Change your patron god as you please.
As that's our grain mill, yeah, you'll get your wheat in a second, let it take over. And then we also want 2 bakeries and possibly another charcoal burner as well. And the bakeries are fire risk buildings, aren't they? Which is a bit of a shame, because I would have liked my bakery on like the main street. Smell of fresh bread, etc. I don't want that debuff, so I want 2 bakeries. Why don't we have one? Could just put them next to the tilers, I suppose. It's right by the flour. Or the bar house, at least. Okay. We'll do that. And then we'll also get another charcoal burner in as well. Because we'll probably need it. We can have 100% there, actually. And then feed that in. But the boat was also arrived again too. You can come and explore up here. And then we also need a few more workforce now with those new production chains in. So let's spend that wood bringing up these guys to plebs. What a promotion to receive in life, right? You are now officially pleb. What an honour. What an honour.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
New island's been discovered. That's wonderful. And we should now see... What production chain was that, actually? Let me just have a little look. That was the bread production chain, wasn't it? Right, so we should see that coming in, hopefully not too distant future. There's the wheat. There's the flour. And there's the bread. Fantastic. But we're also getting that little buff as well, aren't we, from... I mean, is that from the god? I'm not sure. Religion effect. Or chains blessed by series. Yeah, so that's where that plus 20% is coming from, isn't it? And then there come our port options, which is one of my favourite things to do in Anno, is to build up the ports. You can have a lot of fun with the seafronts. We have full output storage of sardines here, do we? Well, that's okay, because we will actually use that, because I want more Libertus. So let's start growing in here. Try and keep everyone within initial range of these first markets and whatnot. Draw a road there too. And probably stick the fire watch here, maybe. When do we unlock the police? Next city status. Our deficit is gradually reducing. Let's have some more homes here. Go for a slightly longer block there. And then we'll also feed the road through those gates as well. I think this is where a lot of the fun will lie in Anno for me. Okay, Mr. Ship. Return to port. And we'll see if there's anything anyone wants to trade. You are requesting stuff. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Yeah, that one offers timber, doesn't she? But the island of Diana. But I have nothing I can give her in return for it just yet, I'm afraid. Do a few more upgrades on these houses here. These guys can also come up to plebs as well. We have a quest from our people. There's a new hire at the local taberna who claims he can cook anything. Anything possible. Worried something might be fishy here. I don't just mean the garum. Okay. Look for the cook at the tavern. Okay. Let's have a look. I assure you the rumours are true. I can cook anything, provided, of course, I possess a jar of the culinary world shine star, the Palace Oleum, which I fear I currently lack. Retrieve some from Lily Bayon's stores, and I'll cook you a meal that could stoke Stoic's desires. You want us to come over here?
Selling here on Lily Bayon is an escape, Governor.
To buy what? An item? Some of these are expensive. 80 grand. Jesus. Does give 100% recruitment speed though, that's quite good. Okay. Let's bring the boat over here then. And there's a requisition for you to pick up here. I'm guessing that won't be on her menus, will it? It's probably a whole separate thing. Have you had trade with an NPC? You can trade with them. Yeah, we know about trading on it. That's okay. Alright. Boat's coming over here then. We'll see if we can complete that quest. Make sure we come back to the right island first of all. We have a warning for knowledge. Which is here, yeah, because we have a need for soap, don't we? Okay. Let's have a look at that then. That would be for our plebs. Although I wouldn't mind actually grabbing the villa next, you know. What does it want to actually do it? 25, okay. I'll let that wood build up then, and then we'll grab the villa next, I think. Our ship has arrived over here. We have a quest target.
This sample can be free of charge.
And then we can deliver this
The sea
back to our own trading post.
kind of blue.
And you come and drop it off at quest target. Cool. So we needed a few herbs and spices, did he? I think so. We'll hopefully get a nice little reward for that, which would be quite nice. Maybe a specialist we can use in the villa. As we'll see. But yeah, it's still a surplus of sardines. I'm not too bothered about that. I'll either sell them or they'll get eaten anyway as more Libertus comes in. So how are these guys doing on the edge? Yeah, you're still happy with your markets. Not for you though. Okay. Probably maybe repeat the tavern and market aesthetic this side of the villa as we grow that bit of the city out maybe. That could be quite a lot of fun. Here comes the boat. I see him on the radar. There he is. He comes home. Yep. And then return to the cook. You happy? Ah, the Palace Oleum. Imports of oils. There really is no replacement or substitute for it. With this, even a meal of thorns would be delectable. Premium ingredient. Now I shall demonstrate post haste. Make a choice. Missing resources. What are we missing there? I can't really give you anything right now because I don't have any of this. I guess we are producing hemp, but I don't have any stored. I have to choose now, so a pile of coins it is. Along with your ingredient, the Libertus hands over one of his own, a sandal, hopefully a clean one. The mad cook disappears into the tavern's back rooms, ingredients in hand. Once he's done, it'll be time. Well, he went to cook the sandal. You will join the Libertus in his culinary journey. Will your palate remain soulless? Fantastic joke. Yeah, we'll sample the soul. The cook serves you his dish, solo alien Mongontian style, with gubernatorial topping. Incredibly difficult words to pronounce. Beneath the shimmering golden oil, it is still unmistakably a sandal. But how does it taste? You take a bite. The rich grass oil hits your palate first, but the sandal has been transformed miraculously into a buttery, luscious morsel. For a moment you feel content. Offer the praise cook and hire visit your villa. Or a private chef.
Fair enough.
Let's hire him, maybe for the Libertus. I imagine that'll probably keep them happy, right?
A genuine culinary miracle.
Yeah, there you go. Deeply impressed. So they get happiness from the tavern, health from the tavern, and knowledge from the tavern. Okay, that's pretty cool. That was worth doing then, wasn't it?
What could you possibly require?
Have we met all the NPCs yet? I'm not really sure if we have. You offer sardines. I'd love to find an NPC that wants sardines, really. Ship can just carry on clearing all this fog of war around here. Right, we should now be able to upgrade our villa.
Your first
Wonderful.
think they're ready.
Just throw us down a little bit, but we'll bring up some new homes to counteract that. Shouldn't be in deficit for too long. It adds prestige to our island and also does adds a lot of defense for us as well. Once we get a bit more money back, we will upgrade these walls as well. In terms of trade, let's have a look at diplomacy for a hot minute.
Welcome you, friend.
And we're at war with them, obviously. Yeah, trade treaty is still quite a long way off yet. Minus 105 on that, so we won't be doing too much trade in the near future. Let's carry on bringing in more plebs. That's what I'm going to spend the next round of wood on. Just to balance out the deficit again. Also got a festival to be hosted here too. Citizens of the city of Pons Pretoria have grown in piety and devotion. They ask you to host the Cerilia Festival of Ceres. They wish to honour their patron city god with a proper feast and sacrifices. Sure, I don't want to pay for it in gold. We can't even afford to pay for it in gold anyway. But we will provide the resources for it. What's this over here? We had someone join our forces, did we?
What are you doing at the docks when the master wants you?
Was that you? Yeah, okay. So you're reducing upkeep costs. Okay, so can I add you to the villa then?
It feels like it does you good to eat a sardine.
Reduces workforce's fisheries in range.
Stick your tongue out and
Okay.
say,
We'll appoint the
"Oh,
mad
it's
chef,
good."
because that's going to give that bonus we saw then. And we don't have any hunting cabins or fisheries here, so you're a little bit not useless. We just don't really need you yet. Cool. 2 more plebs. We're also really full on tiles here as well, aren't we? Yeah, stores are overflowing because we're not using them really. I'm not sure how many NPCs spawn on the map at once. Maybe we have found them all. I guess we'll see. We'll keep exploring. Yeah, so we're absolutely full of tiles, hence why our production chains are now backlogging. Wonder if there's any of the NPCs that would like a tile delivery. Should we have a look? There's your lighthouse over here. Perfect. 17 tons of tiles. I have just the thing for you. I will take that for you. And then we'll send this guy over here. This will also give us some much needed money as well to fulfill some contracts. Yeah, come back home and then we will load you up with, what was it you wanted? 17 tiles. I'll give you more if you want. I'll have it. I'll give you some more. Oh, look, here's our little festival coming through town. Isn't that so cute? Look at them go. Love that. Like seeing little interactive events in your city. And they're even like carrying hay or wheat. It's so cool. Right, let's deliver these tiles before we go bankrupt. Hopefully it's over here. Not too far away. That will very nearly bounced again. That villa is expensive. Probably could have held off a little bit for that just yet. Come on. So close. You're going to make it? There we go. Thank you very much. You saved us from collapse. Thanks so much. Any other contracts we can pick up from you? Nope. How about our purple friend over here? Anything you want? We can click on your lighthouse, that is. Oh, that is that. It's about the wrong lighthouse, you idiot. Rope, crates, and sails. Not make it any of those yet. Sorry. And then you over here. What do you want? Where's your lighthouse? Do you have a lighthouse? Where did you start from? Oh, this is her island. She's claimed it again already, hasn't she? Yeah, she must have done. Okay, so she's already started on another island. Okay, but we'll wait for those contracts to reset. We might be able to deliver them something more, possibly.
What could you possibly
And then put those back in the trade post. You don't need to carry them anymore. Still go carry on exploring. You go back up there and it'll be a while before those contracts reset. Now we have blast houses in here. So back on the island, we've got a little surplus of sardines now, and I guess we're not too far from surplus of tiles as well. But hopefully next episode we'll find a way to shift them. I just want to bring ourselves into the positive and get the firehouse place down as well. I think we use this as an opportunity to draw out our road, so maybe complete a few plazas or so. I'm really keen to do some detailing in every episode. So I want to use the flagstone everywhere, basically. This stuff is gorgeous. Can we get a fill here? Yep, we can. Cool. So we'll flagstone up these guys and possibly these sections as well. Maybe around the internal of the villa, maybe? Yes, I think so. This is just great, isn't it? Love paintable surfaces. Cool, and I think we'll give the villa some trees as well. Whilst we have the wood, I also wouldn't mind some more population, some more taxpayers would be welcome. Bringing all this up. And possibly here as well. Yeah, I'll have all this as residential. That'll be quite fun. And then back to our plaza. Let's have a look at some of our statues. So we have a community statue, which is very well painted, isn't it? I think I'm after something a bit more marble-esque. There we go. Have that there. I don't think, unfortunately, we have any benches, unless they're perhaps unlocked in tech tree or something. But I think we'll just have some simple planters there. And then over this way, let's come with something a bit more flamboyant. Maybe this one's quite dramatic, isn't it? So we'll do... I think we'll have a few of these statues facing in. Something like that. And then we'll have a fancy tree planter here, maybe this one. And we'll do one in each corner. And do we have a central tile? We do, yes. And then maybe every statue will have a flower bed. I think that's pretty great, that, isn't it? So much fun with Anno's detailing. Of course, I know the DLCs add tons of more props as well, so I assume 117 will get the same treatment the others did. Let's have some more housing in here. Get our game on 3 speed. And now we're making a bit more money. I reckon we can actually place the firehouse. In terms of where I want this, I guess near to the fire producing buildings is probably what we want. We'll also catch this side of the city. We could put one here. And then I think I'll also do another one here in blueprint mode. I'm not going to build this one just yet. Just so this way we'll cover this side of the city. And then for all this residential, once it exists, of course, we'll be able to do it there as well. Let's get that upgraded. Yeah, so until we can find a way to shift sardines and tiles, we might eat into that sardine surplus a little bit now we've got more Libertas coming in. But otherwise I think, especially the tiles, we'll probably look to sell those next episode. There we go, there's the max limit now. So I assume the warehouses will soon start filling up.
There are 2 gentlemen here to see you. Unless, that is, I am seeing double.
2 gentlemen here to see us. A Gemini in the rough. The Roman Imperium is keen to support its governors. Funds were put forward to hire you an aide called Julius Lupus. However, there must have been some bureaucratic misunderstanding, because there are 2 Julii standing before you, identical twins. The question is, who would make the better aide? So we can speak to both twins. Let's see what Brutus is about. Brutus claims he can do the work of 10 men, and that he even comes with his own Ocean. I don't know what that is. Little good he has to say of his twin Gaius, who, he says, is found always behind his desk, never lifting a finger. Gaius claims to be a reliable landlord, last year leasing 70 insulae or more, half of which still stand. No one is more apt with a ledger, he says, and adds that his twin brother is an illiterate brute, only a fool would hire. So these are going to be 2 specialists. One of which is going to give us plus 20% workforce from residents. That sounds very good. Or plus 1.5 coin income area effect from markets. Well, we are starting to make a decent bit of money now. I think 20% from workforce residents sounds very spicy. So let's add him into the specialist. Let's keep an eye on our workforce numbers here.
Let's work together.
Oh yeah, that's a real nice increase, isn't it? Okay, yeah, I think that's the better one to go for. I'm pretty happy with that choice. Let's get these houses upgraded as well. Might actually knock these out. Just replan some road networks through here. And maybe we'll come... Because I think I do want probably another market around here at some point, because these guys will be out of market range now, won't you? Yeah, this is about the threshold there, isn't it? Yeah, so the residential is going to come down this way. The woodcutters will eventually move, and I would like to factor in maybe a city wall that sits between town and port. As a bit of a grander design, I hope. So I'd like to have a look at a road that would hold said market. If we were to have it, say... Yeah, because there's going to be loads of residential around here again. I'm going to save a spot there for it, I think. With a road down the side. And then I'm going to just delete these guys as well. We'll reform this block here. Cool. Then similar things can happen here once we remove this forester, which is running at what? What was that now? Is it 88%, was it? Still says 100% there, though. Okay, but again, a lot of this stuff will be relocated at some point. We're also full on hats as well now, are we? Looks like it, but they will get eaten up as population expands, so I'm not too worried about that, really. Super, and then we'll also upgrade our walls around the castle here as well. Or the villa, I suppose. It's not a castle, is it? Two very different things. And then perhaps we can finish with a little bit of fun detailing around this as well. Where can we go here? Yeah, I think just square in the corners is fine. And then maybe
a little consideration for aesthetics wouldn't go amiss.
yeah, I'm literally building aesthetics now, mate. Do you not like what I'm doing? Is that why you said that? Possibly. And I think I'll do some flower bed linings on the way up to the castle. Eventually, of course, we'll turn this into stone. This road, like a cobble pathway, if you like. But otherwise, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Awesome. Such a fun game, isn't it, everyone? Really do enjoy, I know. And then let's also bring a few of these guys up. And I think now we've got the budget to start supplying our next class of citizen. Because what is it you guys are missing? You've got your bread, haven't you? Your market is mostly in range. Probably do with another one. But yeah, it's your garum, isn't it, you're missing next. That gives you your happiness. For which we need mackerel. We'll do this now. We also want salt ponds. What's the ratio here? So 1:30. So we'll want 2 mackerel shacks to 1 salt pond. And then that's a 1:30 processing time as well. Okay, I think we'll get stuck into that next episode, I think. Supplying them, and then we'll also get involved into some soap, sandals, and hopefully some further trade once diplomacy becomes a bit more of a realistic option for us. But otherwise, let's thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're looking forward to plenty more Anno 117 on the channel. I'm very excited to be at the start of this game. Like I mentioned, I missed out a lot of 1800 because I just kind of came a bit late to the party. There's loads of DLCs, I don't really know where to start. But I really do enjoy these games, and I highly recommend them to you. They're a real nice blend of kind of aesthetic, functional, nice city building, and really great, some of the best resource management. I think that's in any kind of one of these games, you know. So a huge fan of it, and I hope you're looking forward to seeing plenty more of it. An enormous shout out to the YouTube members and patrons that support these videos, with a roll call to our golden patron eggs: Casino, Spartan Angel, Michael W, Bad Wolf, Louis Adlin, Phoenix MD, Blythe, Jamin, and Great C. If you're interested in getting involved in that, you can support over on Patreon. And if you want to pick up Anno 117 for yourself, you can find it at a great price. That also helps support the channel down on Instant Gaming below. Otherwise, I'll shut up and leave it there. I'll see you next time for some more Anno 117. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.
Sorry, we got to go. Master's business.